Good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're ready. You're supposed to say good luck to me too.
Oh yeah, well, good. Good luck. Break a leg, as they say, I guess, right?
Oh man, I don't want to. Have you ever broke a leg?
And now finger. That's the never a leg though. How about you?
No, I have. I have many ailments, but none like broken, like torn. I have plantar fasciitis in both feet, which I
Oh,
don't know if
okay.
it's uncommon or common, but that's what I had, and it
Okay,
hurts.
that sucks.
I
Yeah, I
broke
know.
a blood vessel in my left leg,
Oh,
and I called it I called it dead leg. I drug my leg around for a long time. That was rough.
that used to happen to me all the time. I would break a vessel. I still like, in my hands if I'm clapping too much in an Eagles game. I'll like break a vessel in my hand, and I forget like it swells
Did you
up.
break a vessel the other day?
I didn't. Maybe slightly, but nothing too bad. Nothing too
Nothing too
bad.
bad.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I already screwed up because I was supposed to do. Still working on these introductions. Apparently supposed to have some kind of introduction for these things, and I'm not sure how well I've explained this podcast. But I'm having guests on, and one of the perks. I don't know if it's a perk, is to have regulars that come back. Keith was just
Yeah.
on with me, and now Keith is back from Vintage Sports Flips.
Yeah.
But if you're listening on audio, this could be the first time you're ever hearing Keith on Seat Open because I didn't play that, and I felt awful. So I should have just scrapped the episode that you had on. But we worked so hard, and I worked so hard to edit it
Yeah.
that I had to put it out.
It was a
So
good episode. I think it was worth putting out. But yeah, it stinks you couldn't get the audio from it. But
I
yeah,
know. Do you remember what you said? Maybe we should say the exact same thing.
I don't at all. I
I
don't at
don't
all.
remember. Did you go listen to it?
I watched. Yeah, I watched while I was doing some listing.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
but that
listened
was
when I
like
edited it because
okay.
there was so much freezing during that episode.
Yeah.
It was crazy. So I was very nervous.
Yeah.
We even talked. I think I even talked in the episode how nervous I was going to be. I almost
Yeah.
burped right there. But the show's come a long way since the last time you've been on the podcast. We're going into another direction, Keith.
Oh wow.
The person that comes on with me, they kind of just have to sit there and just listen to me rant or talk about whatever I'm going to talk about.
I like it. Yeah, I like to
Well,
listen.
not exactly, but it's kind of, if I got something I want to get off my mind, you're going to listen to me and you're going to like it. And then you're going to
Yeah.
tell me how smart I am.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then, it's been a busy week. It's been a busy day. Last time I think I was the other week, I think I told you I bought some cards. I
Yep.
spent a bunch of money. And then come my last episode, I had the guys from Unemployed for a Living on, Corey and Ken, and I told them that it was a bad mistake that I in the episode that hadn't come out yet, that I was like, so excited and I believed in myself, and I have to tell you
Oh.
that I failed miserably. It wasn't a good purchase for myself to do that, and now I'm just swimming in cards that no one wants.
Well, I mean, sometimes if those kind of things you can lot up too, right? I mean, sometimes if you lot them up, you'll get some action on them. I mean,
Yeah, you know what? I've tried some of those lots, but I spend so much time like picking through making the perfect lot. Like
oh
what?
yeah, yeah.
Like how do you make a lot?
I mean, I try to get some like teams or like era players. I mean, I don't do a ton of lots, but I'll do like 3 or 4 cards here and there, or like 10 Peyton Manning cards. I'll do that on Whatnot or Dibdit. So
Okay,
yeah.
maybe that'll work. I'm just oh man, I'm scared. So I'm gonna do a did that show tonight,
Oh, cool.
and I was if I do two cards, 3 cards, 4 cards, I'm probably still gonna get like whatever I start to bid off of 2 or 3 bucks. Like I don't. So if I did like a 10 card lot, I'm gonna end up losing money. I lost money last week doing my shows,
Yeah.
or broke it because I did the progressive shipping. How do you do progressive shipping?
Well, on cards, I do like I think it was $4.50 or $5 the first, and then $1 each additional, or
Oh,
fifty
okay,
cents additional. Yeah.
That's probably sounds better. So, oh wait, let me tell people who if they don't know what progressive shipping is on
Yeah.
District. All the different sites on District. So like if you selling on Dibdit or one of the District sites, you can run multiple shows during the week, and then you can ship one time. So if anyone comes and purchases from you, you can have a shipping charge on there that just adds to their bundle. Then you ship. So I think that's like such a
Yeah.
cool feature, especially if you're I don't have you done it where you've done a card show and then you've sold like a pennant show and then did progressive shipping like that?
I did. Last week I did like a regular vintage variety sale, and then I did a card show, and I did ship them together. But now the one I did uh, on Wednesday, I did my card show on Dibdit cards. So are you on Dibdit or Dibdit cards tonight?
I did the cards. Yeah, I switched.
Okay.
Yeah,
So yeah, so that you can't progressive ship across different Dibdit
platform. Okay.
marketplaces.
Or
Yeah.
yeah,
So
marketplaces.
yeah, but yeah, I tell you, I did 3 Dibdit sales Saturday, Wednesday, and then today I did a short one. And man, I just did all the progressive shipping packing. I'm drained. It was like I filled my van up with boxes, and they're like 20 by 20 by 20 boxes. That's like when you do like 3 days worth of sales, and you start to pack it all. It's like
I
it's great for the buyer, but it's a lot of work.
a lot of yeah for you. Do you have it? Do you start separating it before today, or did you
Yeah.
today? You have to go look.
Now, thankfully, my wife was helping me the first 2 sales, so she was like separating it, and I had a bunch of empty boxes laid out, so she was separating it by buyer, which helped a ton. I mean, it would
Yeah.
have been a nightmare otherwise. Yeah, 'cause it was like 200 items that we're trying to,
Oh,
was trying to ship out.
oh, so
So
it sounds like you had good stuff. Yeah, you told me you were gonna do this. You had shipping it, and then you spent all day yesterday online, right? I because I was watching you on the
oh
Past Time
yeah,
podcast, and you said it was like the 12th time you've been on streaming on you.
yeah,
So then
yeah. I did.
I felt bad asking you to come back
No,
on.
no, this is
Me-
relaxing, man. This is relaxing, Dan. This is good. Yeah, yeah. I was on from like 11 to 1 on Dibdit, and then 6 to 7 on Dibdit cards, and then 8 to 10 on my podcast on YouTube. So it was a lot of live streaming. But yeah, but that's I love this kind of stuff, just chatting and sitting in a chair, relaxing, talking to Dan in Demand. That's like a vacation.
What gets
Dan.
better than this?
Yeah,
What's
get a
better
little
than
coffee.
wait, what's the Jim Harbaugh the Harbaugh's things? Who has it better than us?
There you
Nobody.
go. Yeah.
No one. Well, and then what? You're going to the parade tomorrow, right?
Yep. Yep.
For the Eagles.
Yeah, we're leaving at 7, heading down at 7:30 in the morning, even though it doesn't start till 11. Make sure we can get parking.
Oh my!
'Cause it's,
How much do you think parking's going to be?
well, we're going to park on the street is my plan. We have a spot we park at every Eagles game. That's like a mile from the stadium, so I'm hoping we'll get our spot there, and then we'll hit a diner, and then hit the parade. So that's the plan. We'll see if it works out.
Do you,
Yeah.
do you guys have like so here when we go? I'm in Indiana, but there's a train. It's called the South Shore that you could take
Okay.
straight into Chicago. You go straight into the downtown, like right into the city. You guys have stuff like that there?
Yeah, there's definitely subways and trains. I haven't taken the train since I was a kid, and I'd be honest, they're actually it's all free. Every public transit, like train and subway, is free tomorrow in the city to try to get people to get into the
Use
city.
that?
But yeah, but I'm sure it's gonna be hard to get out, right? So I wanted to have my
Probably.
car down there, but
But how hard do you think it's going to be to get your car out?
not where I park. Not where I park. I mean, I'm like right on the it's strategic because when you leave an Eagles game, I mean, if you're in the lot, like or any football game or baseball game, right? If you're in that lot, it's a nightmare getting out of the lot.
Not the
at
White
the end of the
Sox.
game.
Go
Oh,
to the
yeah,
White
maybe
Sox, just
maybe
in
the
and
White
out.
Sox. Yeah. But yeah, but the Eagles, it's like so I park like a mile. We walk a mile. So after a loss, like by the time you get to your car, you're like you've walked so far, you're relaxed. You're not angry about the loss anymore. So
Really?
yeah, a
Okay.
little bit, but.
If you win, do you taunt the other team's fans when they're walking around?
No, I'm a good Philly fan. But yeah, but there aren't. I mean, I've gotten some arguments with other teams' fans, but not many. I mean, more
Yeah.
at the Super Bowl. It's not at the Super Bowl against New England. There were some heated arguments, but not in the link.
All
Yeah,
right. No, I don't know.
we're not all bad here in Philly, Dan. Yeah, you don't believe it?
No, I don't. They always say it on TV, and then
Yeah.
Joe and Mike, when I talk to them, they always Mike will he'll get all heated about it. He's like, "Oh, we got mad one time at a thing, and they just bring it up nonstop all the time."
Yeah, I think a lot of those videos are like there's a contingent of like 18 to 23-year-olds who tailgate and probably don't even go to the game, right? They're just drinking in the parking lot. And I think a lot of those videos of taunting fans and like that kid who was in the face of the Vikings woman, and he's like, "Go Birds!" You've probably seen that video.
Yeah.
He probably didn't even go to the game. He's probably out in the parking lot drinking and just that's a different contingent of people. So,
Okay.
but
Yeah, I guess it's at least you're known. I don't know. They never talk about like the Chicago Bears fans. No, they never say anything about them. Or most, you hear about Philly,
Yeah.
you hear about the Bills Mafia,
Yep.
Which you ever know why they have? Do you know why that was? But how that started? I was like curious because they're like such a um like a college fan base where they're just
Yeah.
partying and they're just like the chair. They were not the tables they jump through. There was a guy who he Adam Schefter tweeted something, and it was something that was it got tweeted late or something. And this guy kind of sarcastically said something to Adam, like retweeted it to Adam Schefter from ESPN, and then so Adam Schefter blocked him, and then like all these people who kind of jumped on what the guy did, like so they all got blocked too, and then he did, like used the hashtag Bills Mafia, and it was
Oh
like in
wow.
2010. Yeah, because I was curious to just
Huh.
like
Yeah, I
randomly
never I
say
never
that.
knew that. That's interesting. Never knew that. Yeah,
Yeah, I
how
wish
many
we could market that to sell something with it, but
yeah. I mean, what if that all the table crushing is just by some like table manufacturer out there? They promoted that, right? Because how many
oh,
tables are they going through up in Buffalo? I
it
mean,
must have been. Yeah, you know what? I wonder. That's the next thing because that's you watch wrestling like
I
you
did as
saw
a
the
kid. I haven't watched it
okay
in a long time. As a kid, I
like they
did though.
had the Dudley Boys always threw people through tables, and a
Okay.
lot of guys go through tables, but that's what they're known for. And then some of the other high flying guys, they had like table ladders and chairs matches. They like you could only win if you threw through the table, but
Oh.
it always looks like it's hurting.
Okay, so
But
that's the origin of it. I just thought they came up with that in Buffalo. So they're
I'm
they're
not sure
taking that
why
from
it
wrestling.
started doing it in Buffalo, but that's like
Yeah.
the. I mean, I had seen that before, and I'm assuming it's something like that. Like, but I don't know.
Makes sense. Yeah,
Anyway,
makes sense.
so I think I told you. So you had good shows the last couple. Your shows were pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
That's good.
I'm the stuff I'm selling. I'm happy to move, and I'm starting it low, and it's getting good money on some stuff. Other stuff, I mean, I've been very happy with it. Yeah.
We've been talking nonstop on this podcast, like about. I talk all the time because I've been doing so much live selling mostly. The week you were on, I did tons of live selling, or I was getting ready to do it, and I did it all for a week, and then I went last week. I did like 3 shows until like Friday. I think I did one Friday, and then Saturday I shipped, or so, like Thursday. Oh, I think it was Thursday. We did a co-hosting,
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
and then
Yep.
Friday I shipped, and then I haven't done a live show since then. And I've taken my cards and I've been listing on eBay. I
Oh.
used my other. I talked about this a little bit last week. I think I used. I have a second eBay store that I've toyed around with doing something with cards for a long time, and so I started doing standard envelopes over there, and basically because some of the cards they're only worth like God. I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to find. I really don't want to list cards for like $1, $1.50, but like I'm doing the research and like this sounds so stupid. I've been explaining to myself people this all week of like how dumb this sounds because most people listening are be like you're wasting your time, and I totally agree. If it was nice outside, I feel like I'm wasting my time, but I spent money on this stuff, and I've
Yeah.
mentioned this. I have to get my money back from this stuff. I have to get it somehow. So I'm like, I gotta list stuff. I have to list it. So I've been in like this crazy phase of listing on this on eBay on my other. I was just using my free listings because I'm only listing stuff for. I've listed some higher dollar ones, but like everything's under $5 for these
How are
cards.
you? Are you scanning? Or are you taking photos with your phone? Or how do
So
you?
yeah, I'm doing photos. I'm doing 2 photos front and back, and
Mhm.
then I'm using the bulk uh, listing feature on eBay.
Oh, that's easier then.
Have you
Okay.
tried to use that?
No, I haven't. I mean, I've seen other people do it,
It's
but
been a pain in the butt.
has
But
it?
it's been I keep using it because when it works, it's amazing. But when like sometimes it doesn't work and it freezes, and I think it's to do with the people who are. I feel like it's everyone's using. I don't know if it makes any sense that everyone's on eBay at one time using it, so it's like slowing it down, or if it's
Makes
my
sense.
internet. Like I want to blame.
Yeah.
I mean, I have all these internet issues all the time. Like we had when you're on, we had internet
Yeah.
issues. I had internet issues before. I had internet issues with that, so I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi or if it's like eBay's. But it like work when it works perfect. I can list like 7 cards in a couple minutes, like super
Oh,
fast.
nice. Yeah,
But a
that's
lot of
always
times
nice.
I'm having problems of finding like I don't know what I want to list them for. So I've been uploading them, and then
Yeah,
it starts it off, and then I have them in my I save it, and it's in my draft bank, and then I can just go to my drafts, and I can just kind of do what I want to do. So it's
yeah,
taking me longer to list stuff because I'm looking stuff up because I'm trying to find. I don't know that I need to. I started listing stuff for like $1. Then I'm like quickly realizing I'm like I don't think this is like totally not worth my time. I got to do something else with these, and then I'm wasting my listings on it too because I only have
yeah,
250 listings on a new
yeah,
account, and I didn't want to use a new store because it's like it's $25 a month if you commit for the year, or it's $28. I'm selling. You know how many cards I have to sell for $1 to
yeah,
make that payment? So
yeah,
it seems
yeah.
stupid. And then they have. So anyway, I got to my 245th listing, and I was like, well, okay, I got to do something. I have 5 listings left, so I need to sign up for a store, or I need to just like not list anything for a few
Yeah.
days.
Wait till some sell.
But
Yeah.
I like I want to do stuff, and we had some bad weather here, and I've been today. I'm looking down. Dodgers here with me hanging out. My mom had stuff
Oh,
to do, so
nice.
I'm on Dodger duty today. So I haven't been able to leave. So I'm like, I gotta list stuff. So I'm gonna list. So I opened up a store. I paid for the store, which I did the one that's $5 or $8. So I did $8. So I thought I got 250 more listings. No, it's just I got 250 more listings, but I still had 5 left. So I thought I had 255 listings, and I
Oh,
didn't. I have 250. So
so it's
you don't get like an extra 200. I thought I got free 250, plus I
oh,
got 250 for my store. So I thought I was gonna have 500 listings. I'm like, oh, that's perfect for right now
yeah,
because I
yeah.
would like to go up, but I only have 250 listings, so that's stupid. And then I get a coupon or nothing. So
Do you think I know you have 2 stores now. Do you think there's a big benefit? Because I in my store I have like a wide variety of
of
like
everything.
travel pennants to like memorabilia to like some books. I mean, do you think there's a big benefit of having it separated like that?
No, but I'll tell you why I'm doing it. Originally, uh, I've separated them because so when they came out with standard delivery, people were getting dinged for the tracking, and I didn't
Okay.
want my account to get the ding on it. Um, but then since then, I feel like it does. I think it's okay, but I don't want to sell someone a card for $1.50 and then them get it, and then I get like a negative feedback because they're unhappy with their $1.50 card,
Makes sense.
and I'm like, this
Yeah.
is so stupid. Plus, on my regular account, I do buyer pays returns because I sell mostly clothing,
Yeah.
and if I sell a pair of jeans and someone doesn't like them, it doesn't. It makes it a waste of time to like sell it. Like I'm losing out on shipping it back to me because people. I mean, I get a couple of returns. Uh, I don't want to say a month because now I'm going to get them, but they're enough that makes it annoying that I just do buyer pays returns. And if I did free returns, I may have more. Maybe people keep it because they don't know that. So on this one, I'm doing free returns too because I was like, well, whatever. Like if you're gonna like
Yeah.
not be happy with your card, I can just I mean, not obviously, but I probably would just wouldn't be worth it for me to probably take it back most of the cards I'm listing. I guess this
Makes
sounds so
sense.
stupid. This sounds no,
No,
it sounds crazy. I was
no,
explaining this to my mother. My mom, I don't know. She might be sneak listening to this, and I feel like telling my mom my plans with these cards this last week. I think she's very disappointed in me, and I don't know if she, like, I don't know if she's wondering where she went wrong with me. But oh god, she's so disappointed. I feel.
well, now that you have these 250 listings up, and I know that
I'm at
District did
270 now.
nice, nice. Now
Yeah.
that you have them up, and I know that Whatnot has cross listing, but I know maybe that's going to come to District at some point. I've heard some conversations about that. Do you think then you could load up a store with like 270 card listings, and then people could search and say, "Oh, they want a Mike Piazza, or they want Mets," and then maybe it would that might help a live stream too when you have that searchable listing of
Oh, like
cards.
if I cross listed them over,
Yeah, and put them in
that's
an
the
auction.
I'll put it. That's a good idea. That was the next thing I was thinking because I do have Vendu. I paused my Vendu because wasn't using it, and then I was like, okay, let's spend like $25 a month for Vendu. I'm like, that'll make up for my $7 I'm paying. I didn't want to commit to my card store for the year, but I actually
Yeah.
kind of enjoyed it. Oh, the other reason is I want to keep it separated because I long term I don't know what my plans are for this. I don't want to be like a card seller. Like it's
Yeah.
I mean I like this, but I don't know if it's for me. Like I've ended up buying cards I want now. Like I bought some cards that I want to keep for at least for a while that so I
Yeah.
don't know if and it was hard for me to make those to like buy this because I don't really buy anything. I don't want any I don't really need anything. It's like a need thing. So if I keep it separated from my regular reselling business, it's like that could be like my if I want to buy a card, I can have if I want to do something if I want to I could use it for fun something. It was
Okay.
that's my ideas before. Like
That
you
makes
know what I'm
sense.
saying?
So yeah,
But
just separating. Yeah, financially,
yes.
you know what we know what the card business is doing a little bit better than that
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah, yeah.
Gotcha.
And then with the free returns, and then just kind of just to keep it. I don't know because I think it's a well, it's just like live selling. I think selling stuff that low is like all about volume. Like I have
Yeah.
some discount on if you purchase more than one, but I don't think I have enough cards yet. But other people, when I'm searching cards, if you buy like okay, there's a consignment place. You pay your first card's 475, and then every card after that is uh 50 cents, I think. But you max out at 8.95 for shipping, no matter
Oh,
how many
cool.
cards. But I guess there's a limit of like 39 you can actually put in your cart on eBay. So you can get 39 cards for $8.95
Oh, cool. I
shipped.
like. Okay, that makes sense.
So
And plus, you can the nice search. When you're scrolling, you can see every card, and it's cool to
yeah,
have it compartmentalized like that.
but it's
Yeah.
annoying going back and forth between the two. That's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
But I'll take it. Like I mean, it's not. I did notice because I was neglecting my regular store, so I started doing end and sell similars
Okay.
this week,
I,
and that's helped. My sales are pretty slow over there.
yeah, I've never done the end and sell similar, other than like occasionally if I need to edit something. But I know everyone swears by it.
I've been
Uh,
against it because of my Vendu,
yeah.
because
Okay.
everything's linked to Vendu, and then I have to so that's gonna make a mess for me later. But I'm very good about in my SKU. I put down where I have it,
Yeah.
so if it sells, I'm gonna lose. I'll be honest right now. Someone likes something on Macari because Mark Macari. Do you sell on Macari?
I have some listings I've sold,
Oh,
but I
you
never took
don't
any money
sell
out.
because it's a museum. It's a museum over
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
just show your
Exactly. Yeah.
items over there.
Yeah.
Someone I don't. It's their search sucks, and I listed. I had someone like something on there that I sold months ago on Whatnot, and I was like, oh god,
Oh.
that happens a
Yeah.
lot on only on Macari, maybe Poshmark.
So what do you think of this, Dan? I have a couple. I saw a couple items on Mercari that are my items
Mm.
listed by other people that I have on Etsy. There were
Oh
a couple,
really?
like an Eagles jersey and some other Eagles piece. Maybe I have this piece up for $200. This person has it on Mercari for like 125. Same item, same photos. Like, what is their end game there? What are they trying to do? I sent them a message like, I own this piece. What are you doing here? Like, I can understand they were marking it up and they were trying to like
Yeah.
retail arbitrage me, but
Do you watch ADH Dave's videos
yeah,
on the pit? Do you remember when someone did that with his comic books?
I do remember that.
I
Yeah,
think they
yeah.
marked them up, didn't they? Like he
They
had them
marked
up
them
for
up.
like
I don't like that strategy of doing it and stealing somebody's images, but marking it up makes a little bit more sense.
yeah.
I guess this person might just be trying to get the money temporarily until the people file for a refund because they never get the jersey. I don't know
Yeah,
what they're trying to do, but
yeah, you can't. Cause and on top of it, man, they have to get the item, and then they have to rate you. Like Macari holds the money too. Have they sold anything? You should check. Do you ever look at the people's their like reviews? Oh, magic! We're back.
yeah.
It was Keith's internet this time. It wasn't
Yeah.
mine, right, Keith?
Well, I lost power for a second. Thankfully, it came right
Mm.
back on, but everything, I'm like, what happened? Everything turned black. And
While
then,
you were gone, you left, and then I put me big screen on here. So I probably turned my head a few times. I have really bad bed head today. If you,
oh,
I was I was listing. Okay, I swear to God, I was laying in bed and where do you list your items? You sit at the computer and list.
I do. Either my like
No.
dining room table or like my couch when I'm sitting on the couch.
You
Yeah.
list on the computer or your phone?
My phone. Well, I do. I set up drafts on my phone, but I do all my listing on my laptop.
Really?
Yeah. Edit photos on my phone, upload the photos, but then I can't really. I hate like typing on my phone, so I'll do that. I'll do that on the computer.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so I do just about everything on my phone, and I lay in my bed and I list. And it goes back to my old dog Oscar. He used to always lay up on my head, like
Yeah.
lay up by my head. So he would always want to be like I always have to be around me all the time. So I would just lay down so he could like get like be comfortable and I just sit there and list and watch my TV. I can't sit like this is the most sitting I do at my here in my do when I do my shipping is when I sit here. But other than
Huh.
that, so I always look like I was gonna cut my hair today, but I not today, yesterday. But I ended up we were gonna have a snowstorm come in, so my mom came over to watch it. This I mean I sound like I'm like oh yeah I have my mom babysits my dog while I sell baseball cards on the internet. Like it's like the most. Can you believe that I'm single? I don't have a girlfriend. Can you believe
Oh my
it?
god.
But so she came over because it's been a nightmare with Dodger. Dodger is like the nicest dog in the world, but everyone tells me how cute he is, and he's hilarious. But he is the most stubborn thing I've ever seen in my life. Like he's like having. I don't have a kid, but he's got to be what a kid's having like a kid's
Yeah.
like. So like my mom came. We're supposed to get 8 inches. It went from 8 inches to like it's like 2 inches. Like it's not much. I
That's not
hate
bad.
snow altogether, but it wasn't anything like they compared it to. It's not like they didn't have to like do it because eggs are already like $6, so
Yeah.
they didn't have to like do it for that, but they did.
That's
So she
crazy.
came over
Yeah.
for a little while to watch him when I did my errand. Like I ran to the post office and did my shipping and stuff. So I've been with him for 2 days. So I was like, I got to get my stuff done yesterday. I have time to cut my hair because I was like, oh, when I record a podcast this week, I probably maybe I like look to, like I'm somewhat put together when I talk about selling my dollar cards because I'm pretty sure my payout. So my card on my cards. Oh no, it's just. Oh, was that you or me this time? I saw you freeze.
I didn't see anything on my end, so maybe it was me. I don't even know.
Okay. Hopefully we don't lose you. If this turns into if you guys see this as a 45-minute episode, it's because Keith's internet broke and mine was perfect the entire time. I had
Yeah,
no
that's
problems.
true.
It's a sunny
Blame me
day
this
out.
time.
It's sunny day out here today. And it was crappy the last time you were on. It was rainy and
Ah.
disgusting here. But
So
anyway.
what if you left your dog alone? Does he have like separation anxiety or what is his
Yeah, oh yeah, he's got really bad.
does he
When I first got him, my mom like the first time I left him, I had in my bedroom. I used to leave my door cracked for my old dog, and I had a baby gate up, and it was to keep him in my room. If I went out, I didn't want to crate him up, so I put a baby gate and just let him.
Yeah.
He just lay in my bed. So anyway, the first I didn't. I got a Dodger was he was a stray, and so he was the first dog that I brought home. He wasn't like a puppy when I brought him home. He's a regular. Just he was a stray dog. He was running around the streets of Texas, got wrangled up, and then shipped up to Indiana.
Yeah.
And he was adopted by someone else who then they backed out of the adoption because he had heartworm. And
Yeah.
then when I went to go to look at this place, I just wanted a smaller dog. I don't want like a big dog just to. Not that
Yeah.
I'm not scared of like big dogs, but I just wanted I just prefer a small dog. Small dogs are very hard to like find in the shelters. Like there wasn't
Yeah.
many. So anyway,
You're right.
there's a family there. There's a mother and her two little kids, and they were looking at Dodger, and I was like, oh man. If they want this dog, I'm like, I'm gonna have to like let them have him. Like,
Yeah.
because I'm not gonna be like I can't do that to a kid. And so I'm like, all right. So they looked at him, and then I looked at him, and then they didn't want him. I was like, well, heck, I'll check him out. So I brought him home. I put him in my room and put the baby gate up so I could get his stuff out of the car. Next thing I know, I turn around and he had like bulldozed through my house, out the back door. Like, when I was in my trunk of my car getting stuff out. I'm like, what the heck are you doing? So I kind of had like a little bit of that night, and then he was fine. He followed me around or whatever. And then the first morning I had him, he took him outside and he was running around the yard a little bit, and then he just kind of like was like looking around. And then I have like this is not a brag because most people have, but my deck, you can one side you can run up the stairs, and then there's like another step that goes down. So like there's openings on both sides.
Okay,
So he
cool.
ran up one side, ran down the other side, and then snuck right through the gate and took off down the street and ran away. But if I left, you asked me about separation anxiety. It sounds like he's trying to get away from me.
I think I remember that story from the leftovers, or that point pocket change when you were like running down the street. He didn't have a name yet. You're
I
yelling,
didn't name it. Yeah, he didn't have
dog,
a name.
dog. Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't have a name. His name was
yeah,
Chase at the shelter, and I was picking out names, and I was like had some names down. I was like trying to work them out, and
yeah,
I was like, well, I guess he's like I kind of wanted him to have like a person's name, but I was
yeah,
like Dodger was pretty cool name because
yeah. Like it.
he looks like Dodger from Oliver and Company. That's why I named him that. If
I,
you remember Oliver Dodger the dog and Oliver and Company.
I even never heard of Oliver and Company.
Really?
Cartoon. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is Dodger from Oliver and Company.
Ah, there you go. All right.
Yeah.
Like a Schnauzer.
Joe Philly Picker sent that to me.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but so I got so they go the separation anxiety thing. Yeah, when I would try to leave, he would like try to come with me, and it was like attacking the door to not like aggressively, but just going nuts. So eventually, my mom started coming over like while I would go run to the post office or run to the store real fast. So I could hang out with him. I don't know if because I don't. If someone asks before, they always tell you to adopt, don't shop. I don't know. I mean, this has nothing to do with veterinarian skills, but like getting a puppy was like one of the hardest things ever. Potty training and doing all that stuff was very hard. So like I don't want to go through all that again. I'll get a dog. So I brought Dodger home thinking I was just gonna like it was just gonna be like me and my old dog. We just do the same like kind of have our routine. That doesn't work at all with him. He's a completely different dog, which is crazy that I'm saying that you would actually think that that's what I wanted. But it was very hard to get him. It was very hard to like you have to like build this like trust with this dog.
Yeah,
it's like an adult dog already, and you don't like it's so weird. So it's kind of hard to. I would never tell anyone they should adopt a dog over like buying a puppy. Like maybe adopt a puppy, but
you're right. Yeah, a puppy loves everyone from the get go, right? There's no like you said, there's no trust building with a puppy. Whereas an adult dog, I mean, some of them are puppyish for life. So I mean, every personality is different, but yeah,
I'm pretty sure Dodger hates me too. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
Oh man,
I'm pretty sure.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
He likes me, but I don't think I'm not his like favorite person. I don't think I'm his favorite person. Like I don't know. I think he's like, oh, that's the guy that takes care of me 95% of or probably 60% of the time. My mom watches him 6 days a week, but she only watches him for like 6 hours. It's not like I have the other 18. You know what I'm saying?
I think what you are. I say this to my wife. She like the dogs, like they're always around her because I'm at work or I'm out do whatever I'm doing. So she's around them more than me. So she's like the common like apple. If she was a fruit, she's like an apple. When I come home, I'm the exotic fruit. I'm like a mango or something, right? So they're all excited. Like who's excited about an apple compared to a mango?
Oh,
so it sounds like you're more the apple. Like he's used to you. You're always there.
Yeah.
Right. And when someone else comes over, they're like a little more exotic.
All right, that makes me feel better because I'm always it gets depressing because he he doesn't want to be near you, but he doesn't want you to go anywhere either. Yeah. Like if I wanted to leave or go someplace, like he would come with me. But when I would get there, he wouldn't want to be there. He would be like, I want to go do something else. But he's very you can't do anything. Like the whole day he's been whining because there's like too much snow to like what did I say? I said 2 inches. It might be more than that because there's nothing. All the snow's piled up. You can't like. There's no sidewalks open. I'm not walking in the street with. They haven't plowed our street yet. They might have this morning because we did. I had to do like a car carousel with that at the house here. My brother has a car.
Oh,
my brother got a new car, but he drove his old car to work. So then he wanted to drive his new car today because he's off. So we had to like move our cars around, and I was circling around and move my car out, and it was like all the streets are all unplowed.
Okay. At first, I didn't know what a car carousel was. I thought it was a special Indiana like thing.
No, it probably doesn't make any sense.
Just moving car. I got you. Yeah, just
moving cars.
Order
I don't know if
driveway.
car carousel is the right word.
Yeah, it
but
works.
I try to use fancy words sometimes,
Yeah, I
Keith.
like it. I like it.
You
I'm
know,
gonna
I'm
work that
just a
in my
guy just
vocabulary.
trying to, I look like I've been laying in bed all day, which I have been. Looks like I've been listing cards, which I have been. So if I say something smart, it's not like, oh, this guy knows what he's saying. The only thing I put real glasses on. These aren't my sleep glasses. These are
Oh, there you
regular
go.
glasses. These are.
Nice.
I think the last time I wore them was the last time I recorded a podcast because I don't want to mess up the. I don't want to mess them up, but I forget what I was saying. I have no idea. Did I talk?
We're
Did I talk
yeah.
something about reselling? Did I tell you anything about reselling?
You talk about your stores, your cards,
Oh yeah.
your dollar listings, your eBay standard envelopes.
Yeah,
Um,
because I sold a card yesterday, and I'm pretty. I'm if you're listening, or Keith probably did the math already in his head because he's a doctor. Do you go by doctor? People call you doctor.
I mean, at work they do, not anyone else, not in the reselling world. But yeah,
Maybe I should start calling
yeah,
you doctor.
you don't have to do that.
You can be the doctor of penance.
Yeah, that's right. That's better than a king of pennants, right?
That is.
Doctor of pennants.
That
Yeah,
would be better.
yeah.
Like what was it? What I had a point to say with that. What was I saying? No, man. We should pause so I can decide what I was saying. I have no idea what I was saying. This is the worst.
Something about Andy. Make fun of Andy.
No, I wouldn't make fun of Andy.
Oh, you can.
We didn't talk about that the last time you were on a lot because I mentioned you guys do your the pastime podcast where you do the rankings. I did explain
Yeah.
that, but we didn't really get into Andy too much. But I really enjoy that show, and I didn't do a card show yesterday specifically so I could come watch because
Oh wow, man, I'm honored.
because I missed. I really enjoy you guys' show. Like
Thank you.
the banter between you and Andy is hilarious to me. And
Yeah.
it's like, so you guys been friends forever, like for a long time.
Yeah, I've
Like, how
known
did you
Andy.
meet
I
him?
know him elementary school. We were friends in like second or third grade. So there's years
Oh.
of like competition there.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes some headbutting, but mostly just competitive with each other.
I had thought about originally like, oh, maybe there's some way we could work out having him come on sometime that like with
Yeah.
you. We could get into it more, but yeah, I was trying to win a horse. I want to win a horse for the thing. But I really enjoy your guys' lives every week. So I was like, I had when they started doing Divot cards, the first few weeks I was doing streams with Carrie, and then there's been other people that want to go on there and like I know how to do the selling, and I appreciate like the help from Carrie, but there's like he only has so much time, and so if there's like someone that's like nervous about doing selling, like now I'm nervous, but I'm comfortable enough to do it. Like I'd rather I'd rather like not take up a co-hosting spot with him.
Makes
So like
sense.
I'll do my own. So I did one last week, and then I was like, man, I really want to do the and then I saw Carrie was doing a bunch this week, so like I'll just do it another day so I can watch. That's like part of my week is watching you guys on Wednesdays. So I really enjoy it a lot, but
It's fun. Yeah, it's fun especially we have like the same chat that comes every week, and it's like you get to know those people in the chat, and we're going to restart the whole horse competition next. And by the way, what Dan's talking about, me and Andy are doing we do a giveaway every week, and we started to do over the 12-week period, the person who wins the most giveaways over 12 weeks wins a $50 gift card to one of our eBay stores. So we did like a horse race. We're giving out like racehorses, and I'm making like an AI image of like the racehorse that they name.
Funny.
So we have a little presentation for it. It's been pretty fun.
Yeah, it's you have so many segments and they're fun, and you don't do the same segments every week.
Yeah, I'm trying to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, it's a really cool. It's a really good show. But
yeah, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, I don't know. You see, you guys have, and then you guys do. I haven't caught the. You do a simulcast on what Fridays? It's not every Friday. It's every
once a month. Once a month we do it. We have one on I don't know when this is going to come out, but the 21st of February. So next Friday, but it's probably going to be. Well,
no, so this is going to come out on. I'm going to probably put it out Monday. That was the other reason. So I did the last time I had you on. I did the episode, but I had so much trouble getting it up. I didn't get it up till Thursday. I have never picked out a day to put the episodes out with. But I got that episode out on Thursday, and I couldn't get the audio working. And then I was like so nervous about. I did the other one, so I was like, I want to get one out because I don't want to lose. I didn't want people to think I quit again on the audio part.
Yeah,
so I'm like, I'm gonna put it out on Monday. So then I felt like Keith's episode. Like if someone's listening, hopefully they like, oh, there's more episodes, they can go back and listen.
Yeah.
But they not if they're listening to audio. They have to, that one's gone. It's just gone forever. I don't know. I quit messing around with it. I don't even know how to do it. It was like one of the I don't know. I have no
Interesting.
idea. It was
Huh.
I mean I had such an awful time messing with the episode with you. It was awful.
Yeah, and I have only on our podcast I would put an audio version out. I did it one episode. We put it on like Spotify or a
Okay.
couple of things. But yeah, but it's like there's so much visual stuff for ours. It didn't really make sense to do an audio version of it. But so I don't know the process.
Yeah, if it's Spotify, I mean honestly, yeah, I guess there's if you guys explain it, I don't know because I'm watching it too. But if it's
Yeah,
free and it doesn't take too long, it might be worth putting on Spotify.
yeah. I
You
guess it
never
couldn't
know.
hurt.
I
Yeah,
know the guys because I'm a big Pat McAfee fan of if you watch this, you know the show at least.
I
I
do
don't
know. I've watched a little bit of it. I haven't not a ton though. Yeah,
okay, well because you're working, you have. I mean, I'm laying in bed listing cards, waiting
yeah.
for my mom to probably make me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and cut the cusp off. Like
There you go.
that's what she doesn't do that. But when I pick Dodger up every day, I have a snack. My mom makes me crackers and cheese
All
every
right.
day.
Oh
Like
wow, that's pretty good.
I know
Yeah.
it's what did I don't remember how it started. It started off stupid. I wanted like I think I came over because sometimes I wouldn't eat lunch. I'll work through listing my cards through lunch. I don't always list cards, but this is what I'm doing right now. So
Yeah,
that's what
yeah. You're in the
um
card zone.
oh yeah I'm oh gosh when I'm on the streets next month because I haven't made enough money selling stuff.
Well, you're
You'll be standing
yeah.
there with my box, my 4-row box of cards.
Well, you're a clothing guy. You know, there's a big Dibbed It Threads raid train on Thursday.
I heard about it and I did sign up for Dibbit Threads and I will be honest, I have not thought about clothing in like one bit in the last few weeks. Like it's just been but I haven't sourced the only sourcing I did was the big scheme idea I had of buying all the cards.
Okay.
And I haven't thrifted for clothing since December. I have
Oh
some
wow.
that I have packed away. I packed some up because I didn't want to pack everything away, but I had some I needed to do before we did the floors, and I had some polos and stuff that I never got a chance to take pictures of, and I was going to list. So once I get those down, I'm going to get. I mean, I'm half joking. I really enjoy doing the cards, but I've kind of already done this before where when I first got back into cards in like October, it was like consume my life, and that's what I did.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not making any money. I gotta go back to do. And then I can't balance my time. Is my
Yeah.
biggest
Yeah.
problem. And then
Yeah.
the Dibbit Threads, I don't know if I applied and I want to put some. I don't even remember if I put. I think I did put some clothes over there. A few listings. I need to work on getting some listings up there, and then
Yeah.
I'll work on maybe doing some lives over there eventually. When I figure it out, I got to figure this. I got to figure my life out. I think, but
Yeah. I'm
when I
doing
first
one. I'm
started
doing one.
reselling, I was obsessed with Funko Pops.
Okay. Yeah.
I used to or retail arbitrage in general. So that's how I got into reselling was when I got back into it. I'm not going to go through the whole spiel. If you've been listening to me for as long as I've been around, you kind of have the gist of it. But I got it. I used to resell. Well, now I'm telling you the story. Got into reselling, got out of it because I didn't want all the stuff. I was getting back into it. I donated. I talk about my closet that I keep like my electronic stuff in previously. That used to be where I kept all my thrifted stuff when the first time I thrifted back in like 2013, 2014 or something. And inside there was like, I mean, I had my personal like Nikes and stuff that were, I wear a women's size 10 shoe, very small. It's like a men's 8, but I always felt like I had a bigger foot than I really did. So I would buy like 9.5, 10 sometimes if I really wanted a pair of shoes. So I had all these shoes in there, like very nice shoes that I like pulled them out. I'm like, what am I supposed to do with these shoes? I gotta get rid of them. I donated them all. There's like starter jackets in there
Oh,
that
you
I
done
found
it?
thrifting. I'm like, I'm not listing these. I'm
Oh.
gonna donate those. Hats. I don't even know how to ship a hat. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna just get rid of these. Who's gonna buy this stuff? And like probably there's a few like some of the sports items like starter jackets and the shoes. I think I know were good, but most of the other stuff was probably junk just because I didn't know what I was buying.
Yeah.
But I got rid of everything, and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna start sell it on Amazon because I'd sold on Amazon before. So I started driving around looking for all this stuff to buy at Walmart, Kohl's, not Five Below. What's the Marshalls? What's that other one? There's like another TJ Maxx,
Ross or something? Or...
Ross. It's Ross.
Okay.
I would go there, buy it's just a Black Panther action figure for $4. I'm sure it's worth $25. And then I can't even sell it. So I was like leaving it. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna start listing on eBay. So I started listing on eBay. Then I was watching a video of a reseller, RVA Flips. I don't know if you remember him.
Yeah. I think I watched one podcast he was on. I forget what that podcast was.
Yeah. I think
it was a Thrift Mind and him and someone else.
Yeah, with Shed Flips. They did Don't Cancel This, not Don't Cancel This.
Okay,
yeah. It's like one of those. But he did like a big Funko Pop buy that was he like was like, a lot of these aren't really worth it, blah blah blah. He like gave you the warning and he got a really good deal on them. But then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, these are just so like great. And then I was like, nothing. I never made any money. I would buy every video game from the Goodwill. Never made a dime on any of this stuff, and that's what I do with cards right now. So I just bought it, and then they don't make any money. So
well, it's all learning. It's all learning, right? I mean, even if you don't make a ton of money on this big card buy, I mean,
I have learned a ton.
Yeah,
exactly. I started searching YouTube, and then I found some people. I started watching some people on there. Rod from the No Bangers podcast. He introduced me to listening to a guy for the video. So I watched him and learned a lot from him. Then I've just found other people because I was like, some of these, it's the same thing as everything. Some of these cards do have some value. And I understand probably lotting them up would probably be kind of smart, but I'm going to spend too much time trying to get that perfect lot. And then I have done it a few times and they just sit in my store probably because those aren't very desirable. But anyway, I'm kind of picking through and finding the ones that are decent. And then the rest of them, I'll probably lot up and just eat it. It looks like, honestly, I spent over $400 and all the money it's all been the cards I've ran through on Dibdit so far. And because you have to wait for your payout on there. My balance, I haven't sold all the cards and I've had good shows, bad shows. My payout right now is like $230 from just that show. And I've done,
it's not bad.
I've done some shows on whatnot. So I'm almost, I mean, it's not like I'm losing time time is money. I'm losing time, but I don't have that much time because I've been stuck in the house. And that's like, if it was summertime, I was going to do this before, not exactly like what I did this time. The other cards I had previously, I was going to start listing those. And I was like, this is not worth my time because I was getting ready to I had to pack up my room. So that's the time I spent on that. And I just put this off to the side and I just can't throw these cards away because I'm like, there's some value here. I have to do something with them. And now I thought I bought better cards and it's the same thing. And then since then I've bought better cards that I've realized that aren't even better than that. And then next I'm going to buy really good cards. I know it. I feel it.
Yeah. I'm the same way. I bought some big lots of cards and I don't know. I think I took a loss on the one lot that I bought. You never know, right? And what people are going to be wanting or looking for.
Yeah.
Quick question. I've always wondered this because I know I've heard you talk about the women's size 8 or women's size 10 on your podcast, your former podcast. I don't know what size women's shoe I wear. How do you know that? Why do you know that?
So when I used to do videos on my channel, which I'm still, so this is on my channel.
Yeah.
I still want to do videos. I don't know when it's going to happen.
Good.
I haven't figured out what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do videos. But when you go back there, the channel originally was Art Vandalay. I don't know if you were watching me before when I was Art Vandalay. But
I don't think I knew you then. No.
Okay, so I used to be Art Vandalay, which is Seinfeld. It's Seinfeld character.
Latex salesman.
Yes.
Yep.
Importer, exporter.
Yeah.
And it was just on Seinfeld, a huge Seinfeld fan, and he had Easter eggs in the show. And I don't know exactly what an Easter egg is, but my thing of an Easter egg was I wear a size women's 10 because there used to be so if you buy a pair of shoes, you buy a kid's pair of shoes and it would be if it's a youth, like a 5Y, that's like a 3 women's 3 or what. I don't know the conversion. I don't remember it anymore. You'd have to look it up. But so I just started saying in my videos it's a women's size. I wear a women's size 10 because I wore a size 8, and that's like an 8's really small for a man to wear.
I see.
I
Okay.
started saying it's a women's size 10, and it was just something I said, and I tried to say it. I didn't force it, but I would make sure if I could say it, I would say it in every video, and no one ever picked up on it except for like one person said something to me, and then I thought it was amazing when they finally picked up on it.
That's
Like
cool. I like it. Okay.
so, it
I
was
like
like
it now.
something. It was just like an inside joke for me. Like I do. It's the one thing I do. Like I keep saying, I really enjoy making videos. It's a lot. I suck at it, but I like doing it. It's something fun to do, and I
Yeah.
watch it, and I have a good time editing it, and I try to find like some stupid spots where you can edit it to make it a little bit like kind of just to have a good time,
Yeah.
just be kind of whatever, and just something to do. So I really enjoy it, but it was just kind of just a joke for me. And if someone, I was hoping people would catch on to it,
Yeah.
and it's so yeah, it's just that and the flat feet. It's whatever. It's kind of just a
Your trademarks. Yeah. I was just curious because I didn't know the
yeah,
origin
I
of
don't
that.
want to wear
Yeah.
a size. I mean, no one wants to say, like oh, I wear a size 8 shoe. Like it's because I mean, not technically. I wear an 8 and then like a Sketcher, put it like 8.5 maybe in some of them. It depends on the
Yeah.
shoe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nikes, I
Sure.
don't know. Right now I wear Skechers because I get those ones that the slip-ins, so you don't have to you don't bust up the heel. I kept on bust. I hate tying my shoes,
Yeah.
and
I
then
never tie my
I
shoes either.
don't tie them. I just end up wearing Crocs, and then Crocs aren't good for your plantar fasciitis.
No. Does anybody tie and untie their shoes every time they wear them? I mean, I think it's got
I
to be
mean,
pretty rare, right? I don't
I
either.
I mean, because that was one of my foot problems was I never wanted to wear shoes. Like
Yeah.
I ended up I don't know why. I guess I'm probably I'm not lazy. I was gonna say lazy, but I think I just didn't ever want to wear. I wore shoes to work, and like when I came, any other time I would never wear shoes. I wear Crocs, slippers, anything but regular shoes. So I
Yeah.
just did, and then I never wore Crocs. And then when I was having foot problems, the doctor told me to stop wearing open back heeled shoes, which I still wear Crocs, but I try not to. Like I bought a pair of slippers with a nice sole on them, so I wear those around. I'm barefoot right now. Well, I have socks on, but I'm not. I should be wearing them right now, but I didn't. And I buy the slip-ons so I don't like walk around in Crocs, which I still will maybe sometimes. Anyway,
A regular croc or a line croc?
regular. I
No.
had.
I'm all about the line crocs.
Are you?
That's all I wear. Yeah. I mean, I
I
wear.
the only Crocs I have honestly are I have a pair that I wear in the yard just to walk Dodger. I don't
Yeah.
think my other ones are good. I don't think I can wear them anymore. They were like I wore them out to the bottom,
Oh wow.
and
Okay.
I've turned too cheap. I don't know if it's thrifty or frugal, or if it's because I'm struggling reseller that I just don't want to spend the money. The Crocs I do have are a pair of Notre Dame Crocs that I found at the bins,
There you
and
go.
I was like, oh, this is awesome. So if I find
Yeah.
another pair, I would wear. But mine I wore till they were like bald on the bottom. Because I told you about my dead leg, I drag my leg around a lot,
Yeah.
so the bottom
Yeah.
of my shoe gets all messed up. But I forget what else. I don't know why I'm telling you that.
There we go. But yeah, so it's
Good question,
but,
Keith.
yeah, yeah. I forget what my question was. Other than the shoe size. Yeah,
The shoe
that was
size.
something I always wondered that. I always wondered that from hearing you mention that. So I didn't know about the Easter egg part. But I will say you should bring back your like order pull videos because that's a talent that I've done some of them. I'm not good at it, but I know like Kevin and Dave and Shane over at Soda City Flips, they have a talent where they can talk to that whatever kind of camera they're using and have a conversation, talk about a topic, and still go over the order polls. And
Oh
you do
yeah.
the same thing. And
Oh,
you're like your inner dialogue, or maybe not inner dialogue, but your outer dialogue that you're sort of like debating with yourself in mid sentence
yeah.
is classic. It's awesome.
Thank you.
So yeah,
I like doing those too. It gets right now. My garage is they all have nice setups. My setup is awful, and then right now, it's so cold outside. I can't. There's no lights on in the garage. Like I
oh,
have to use my phone to go through my bins to find something. So I guess
really,
I'll eventually, hopefully, eventually, I haven't figured out. I'm doing a video
good.
probably not this week. I haven't sold. I haven't checked my. I got my card thing up today, but I haven't. I've sold 4 things yesterday, and I didn't. I'm not shipping today
Yeah.
because oh, that was the other thing on the card store. I did 1 day handling and free. I'm trying to get that top rated thing, and then I messed up by not what do you call it? Not listing, not doing the bigger store because you get like a 1% fee reduction
Okay.
on that. But
It probably wouldn't
anyway,
make a big difference at this point, right? Maybe later on it would be worthwhile to
maybe yeah,
upgrade.
maybe later.
Yeah.
Eventually the goal would be to list. I haven't figured out what, probably at least a $5 card. I would think would be pretty
Yeah.
reasonable. But I've learned about some different insert sets that people like will sell, and I had them like in a pile, and I was watching a guy's like, oh yeah, this sells perfect. I'm like, oh, I have those, and I went and pulled them and listed them, and they sold, and I'm like, oh, and
Oh,
like $2.99, $3.99, which that's I mean it doesn't take that. You can list a lot of cards, and like I
yeah.
understand, but I was watching this guy on YouTube here, and all he sells is like low dollar cards, and he has 2 stores, 60,000 listings in one store, and he pulls his orders. He has them all in like those team bags with the
Yeah.
date that he listed them for the SKU.
Oh, wow.
And every time he sells a card, he has to go through like I have a team bag right here. So like this, he has to open it up and take the card out and then put it back. And it seems like it takes he pulls
Oh,
cards for hours.
yeah. That part is. I mean, the listing is probably easy. But yeah, the pulling the orders for like that would drive me nuts for a $2 card or a $3 card.
Yeah,
I mean, finding it. I mean,
I mean,
I guess.
I'm watching it too, and it's
Yeah.
very peaceful to watch, but
I
then you pull it, and then you have to sort it all
Oh
after that.
yeah. I guess if you do enough quantity, it's worthwhile. I mean, I went to a guy's house. I bought a big pennant collection from him, and he was showing me his setup. And he had, I mean, maybe 20,000 card listings, but he had one of the card scanners. Sure, my ringer off here. He had one of those card scanning machines, and he
Yeah,
was
yeah.
showing me that. That was pretty cool. And
I've seen some of those.
yeah,
Because originally I've quit and stopped this a few times. I was telling Joe the Philly Picker months ago. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna just list them on there. Just list a couple a day." And then I'm like, after 3 days, I was like, "It's not worth it, man." But I was taking like 6 pictures. I was taking front and back, and then like I was taking pictures of the corners, and I'm like, "This is not worth it."
no,
And I'm like, I quit. And then I'm like, I can't. I'm not buying one of these scanners until I make some money. Like I wouldn't do
yeah.
that.
I
Like
don't even
it's
know how
like
much they
you have
are,
to
but
invest if you want to do it. Like it's like I was listening to Jen Multiverse and whatnot, and people are asking about a thermal printer, and she's like, "Well, you don't need it, but if you're gonna do it," she's like, I would buy it." So it was
yeah,
like one of those things. And then this I keep calling. I mean, it's not a good buy, and it's not the world's best of my time. But I don't. It's not like I said. It's not like I'm not gonna like. I might break even. It's not. I'll have a killer card collection right now.
yeah.
Um,
But
but
even if you break even, I mean, you're getting some followers on Dibdick cards with it, and you're going to get eBay followers. It's even if you're just breaking even, you're still going to gain in some fashion traction and your knowledge that you've accrued in
yeah,
the process, right? So it's worthwhile even just from that standpoint.
and I don't remember if it was with you. I mentioned it previously. I've just been in this where I've been stuck. I got into clothing, and I know what I know from the clothing, and I learned. I don't watch a lot of clothing use resellers anymore, to be honest. And I
Yeah,
really wish I would. I don't learn a ton of anything new. It just I kind of go through my same habits of what I know, and I mean, I've learned to like this. I say I'm going to learn. I learned to look stuff up, which I haven't done the greatest job with the cards, but I've said before, I had a card that looked like they would make money, and then there was something wrong with the card. That's like I really can't get my money out of it from there.
yeah,
But I've just been in this spot, and it's like kind of nice that I took a chance of buying something that I don't really know. I know a little bit about, but not enough to like be an expert at it, obviously. But
yeah,
that I've made it. Now I feel like there's some. It's the same thing as doing stupid. I don't mean it literally, but like doing stupid life selling. I keep doing. I keep going back to it because I feel like there's some value there. And then I that's the same thing with these. Like I don't know. I don't know if it's. I was telling my mom this because I was telling you before that I'm pretty sure she's embarrassed by me. Um,
I
like
doubt it.
I mean, I
I doubt
don't.
it.
I mean, maybe, but not literally. But
Yeah.
she could. She might be. She never listens to me anymore. But if she does subscribe to the channel, so she saw alert. She might tune in. But I don't literally mean she'd be embarrassed with me. But I was explaining what I was doing. I'm like, I'm not looking. I think it's the same thing as when I started a YouTube channel. Like my point of starting. Oh, you pause every time. I have to. Oh, okay. It froze again. I was
Am I
scared.
first?
No, you came back. Hopefully not
Okay.
too. When I started my YouTube channel, I was very scared to tell her I was going to do the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel, when I say this, it's not to get. It wasn't to get people like viewer sales, but I saw it as an opportunity. I thought like getting ad revenue that your channel would make a few $100 a month. It's just to be some money that would be
Yeah.
coming in, and that's that's never worked out for me there. And then I've tried live selling, I've tried cross listing, and the live selling, I'm like, oh, make a couple extra $100, and that's I keep these whatnot sent me my 1099 telling me about how much money I made on there last year. I'm like, yeah, right. Like I did not make that much money. You're
Yeah.
out of your mind. I lost money. I'm pretty sure, like or broke even. Like I never made any money on here. You guys are nuts. So
Yeah.
anyway, but I feel like if I'm not looking to make this my entire like this is what I make. If I make $100, 200, like my grocery bill, it was like $120 a month. Like if I could pay my grocery bill off of selling some cards, or if I could buy new cards even. But like you know what I'm saying. Like I'm not looking to
Yeah.
make my reselling life, which I mean it would be awesome. It would be if I could just make YouTube videos about if I could just do a podcast about reselling. Oh, maybe not reselling because then you have to do it. But, you know what I'm saying.
You got to resell a
Like
little bit. Yeah.
I mean I
Yeah.
like doing the reselling part, but it's like yeah. But it feels like I didn't think it's been a struggle just doing clothing for as
Yeah.
long as I've done clothing, and I've tried to just it comes to space. I don't ever have space to keep trying different things, and this is like a category I'm interested in that I can. I see. I don't know. I don't know if I can actually make any money doing it. I'm sure there's some place. I went to the card shop by my house last week, and there's a guy came in. He was picking up his whatnot order. They have an eBay store. There's not much. They're like boxes. Their boxes for the team boxes are pretty empty, and I'm like, I don't think there's much here for me to actually make money. I found a few
Yeah.
cards, and I took a chance on some of them, and then we'll see how they. I might. I found a few cards here and there that I turn like a quarter into $5, which is great,
Yeah.
but like it's not like anyway.
Are there flea markets out your way? I'm not
Uh,
this time of year probably, but
there is one flea market that I went to one time. I didn't know about it. That's it near me. There's another one that a listener from the last time you were on. I think it was he's a listener of the Leftovers podcast. I bought some stuff from him,
okay.
buddy. There's one that's like an hour for me. He told me last year I had to go, and it's only on Sundays, and I was gonna go, and I just um didn't didn't I just never went. It's supposed to be amazing. It's in Rosemont, I think, which it's a little over an hour away from me.
That's
So
all my flea markets are exactly an hour away, but it's worth yeah, when it gets springtime, April, May, you should make the trip out there because there's definitely card deals at the flea market probably compared to
oh really?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at least
that's
mine.
yeah. I need to take. I had that advice before I met him. I did John Cincinnati Picker
Yeah.
a couple years ago. He had like a thing on Instagram where you could like set up a time you could talk to him just about like what you wanted to do and just kind of talk. So I talked to him and he was telling me, you need to go check out flea markets, go source different, you go to some
Yeah.
sources differently. And then I was talking to I went down to Kentucky this last summer. And I was talking to Kevin Commonwealth Picker, and he was like, "You need to add another category." So I feel like I'm trying to take their advice, like the advice I've been given, so I don't just keep on talking about the same thing. But this is, I mean, I've been taught. This is like the fourth episode, I think, and I've talked about nothing but I think cards and I don't know for 4 episodes, but that's what I'm selling
Well,
right now.
yeah, I get it because I mean when you're doing clothes for years and then you get that new category that you grew up collecting a bit, it's like an exciting new thing. So I get it,
Yeah,
and
well,
for
I
me
have a
it's the
lot
same
going on.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, when
That's
it's
yeah, that
yeah
would be awesome. Like, cause that's all you deal with, right? Sorry, I told you
sports.
we're talking about me today.
Yeah, I mean, all he dealt was the sports, you mean, or cards?
Yeah, like just
Uh,
sports and stuff. Like that's awesome.
yeah, I do. But to be honest, though, when I pick up like a cool historical piece, like I have some like um, fractional currencies from like the Civil War on that shelf over there.
That's pretty cool, dude.
When I pick that kind of stuff up, that's a little more interesting to me because I don't know about it. You get to learn about it. So I'll delve outside my category, sometimes
What's
unsmartly. So
vintage? It's vintage or antique.
yeah, I don't buy anything modern really.
Nothing
Yeah,
modern.
no,
Do you have like
no.
a new? Do you have like a? Oh, you have. I was gonna say you have a new Eagles hat, but that's a brand new hat, right? Or is
Yeah,
that
it's a
old?
world Super Bowl champions hat right
How'd you
there.
get that hat so fast?
My wife went out Monday, got it for me when I was at work. So yeah,
Really?
yeah. I mean, there was a lot of lines in stores throughout the city on Monday, but yeah,
That's
had to
pretty
get
cool.
one, and I got the Super Bowl champions pennant right there too. Obviously, got to have a pennant in the background.
Oh
So
wow, no way.
yeah, yep.
Do you have a new? What's the newest Eagles jersey you have? Do
Uh,
you have
I,
modern player at all?
I was for Christmas. I got a my
Saquon.
brother-in-law gave me a Saquon. Yeah, but I
Oh,
actually gave it to my son. He wore it for the Super Bowl. So
oh,
I
cool.
don't really like the modern Nike jerseys. I'll wear that jersey when he's not wearing it, but I mainly wear this is like a Randall throwback, Mitchell and Ness throwback jersey.
That's very cool.
This jersey's been at like the last four NFC Championship games for the Eagles, two Super Bowls.
Really?
This is my game day jersey. I wear to the link. So yeah, I don't. I you can't mix up the fashion too much when you're a superstitious Eagles fan a little bit, right?
Oh, you're superstitious.
Yeah, yeah. What I wear, like I've wore the same. I wore a T-shirt that Mojo
Yeah.
Dojo Society. It's like a wolf shirt that he printed on this like super thin, like it's got holes in it, super paper thin, very soft. So I started wearing that to Eagles games like 2 years ago. I was on a winning streak. That's my shirt that I wear every Eagles game now. Can't can't
Mm.
mess with it. It works.
So the parade tomorrow. How close are you think you're gonna see like the guy like you're gonna be close enough where you can like high five the guys?
In 17, they would come to the crowd and high five people. I probably won't be super close. I'm going to go to the beginning of the parade. Like the parade is starting in South Philly in the at the link,
Oh,
and
okay.
then going to Center City, like the center, like Independence Hall or City Hall, and then going to the Art Museum, which is where like Jason Kelsey gave his speech in 17. That's going to be bedlam there. I mean, there it's.
You're
I'd
not
love
gonna
to
go
be.
there.
I'm not going to go there. I'd love to go there, but getting out of there, I think it's going to be a nightmare. If I lived in the city, I would go, but I got to commute out of the city. So I'm going to go to the beginning of the parade in South Philly. I know where to park there, and there'd be less people there, so we'll get closer, I think, than I
That's
would be
pretty cool.
in yeah, it'd be fun.
That'd be. I wanted to go. I mean, I don't. This the when the Cubs won in 16. I had to work. I was so tempted. I wanted to go to the parade, and then I was like, I don't know. It seems like a big to do to go all the way there. And I enjoyed watching on TV, but I kind of missed. I didn't get to go. Like I didn't
Yeah,
try to go more better. But
yeah. I mess up. I took off in case there was a parade. I took off on yesterday. Uh, I had an appointment with Verizon anyway, but I would have rescheduled that. But I took off in case there was a parade. I was already off Thursday today, but then I misjudged and they made it on Friday. So I had to like scramble and had another doctor. She was nice enough to work for me. I have to work for her shift next week. And I offered a cash incentive, which she said I didn't have to give her. So that
oh,
worked
that's
out.
nice.
Yeah. I was just
Nice.
throwing stuff on the table to make sure she would work for me.
So you're a
So
Cowboys fan?
no, I don't. I mean, she's probably an Eagles fan, but she's not doesn't care that much about the parade, I guess. So
Hmm.
yeah, yeah.
All right. All
So
right. Well, I think I'm gonna let you go so you can go do the parade. I really appreciate you coming back on with me
no
this
problem,
week.
man. Hey, anytime. I love it. Yeah, it's
Oh
fun.
yeah, you're a regular now.
All right. I'm in the
So
regular
I
crew.
mean, yeah, I started a crew, so you're gonna be on it.
Awesome.
All right.
Seat open crew member. I like it.
Yeah, seat open. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for listening.